And in New Jersey, Syra Ali, let's take a look at her. She is a student at in Avenel, New Jersey, and she noticed online that there was a Snapchat posted of her at lunch. We have a screen grab of that Snapchat where someone said, oh, she's Muslim, ISIS is in the news, we should put these two things together. Also, I have this extra smiley face. Boom.
Well, that seems positive.
Comedy.
That's a good smiley.
It's a great smiley, but ISIS, from what I hear in the news, is not good. So she said, she took to Facebook and said, you might think there's no hate crime where you live, and before you know it, some ignorant kid from your school makes a video of you at lunch, closes up on your face, calls you ISIS, and then sets it as his Snapchat story for everyone to see, as if he's not insulting billions of people. Please excuse me while I teach this kid a lesson. And she tried to teach the kid a lesson, so she filed a complaint, and after 4 months of investigation, she received this it's part notification, part form. Is it kind of in a, if you like me, do you like me, check yes or no, high school feeling. The district, as you'll see, did not find evidence supporting a claim of harassment, intimidation, or bullying. She was like, oh my God, how could you ever say something like that? Because we have shown you a Snapchat video of me or photo or whatever, of me being called ISIS, which, as we all know, is a negative force in the world. It's very obvious what's happening here.
But again, mixed signals because of the happy-eyed smiley face.
Right, no one knows what that means, and I think that's most of poetry, is trying to interpret what they mean between the lines. But the response from the school board is pretty great. The superintendent, Robert Zega, said neither of the investigations I'm sure they said that wrong, they just typed that wrong, could confirm an offender. It was bullying, it was hateful, it was all of the things people on Twitter are saying it is, because it got retweeted 30,000 times. Jesus. There was never any intent to run from this and hide from this. He's essentially saying we couldn't find the person responsible for it, because clearly he doesn't know how Snapchat works. So we couldn't confirm.
They couldn't link it to a human.
Right.
To be fair, I think they only had a 4-month investigation of this.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. Okay, 4 months and they couldn't figure out who sent the Snapchat.
The first 3 months were like, so what is Snapchat?
Do they have it for Android? I don't know if they do it in my phone.
And why is it a picture, but yet they claim to be chatting?
Yeah, I don't know. I know how to snap, though.
No, I think the problem is that they loaded it to get evidence, and then it was gone, and they were like, well, how do I get it back? Oh, come on. I mean, we just lost all our evidence.
I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm almost certain that they were like, oh, we watched it, we'll just have it later. Anyways, let's go on to whatever else we're doing today.
Oh, that's what they mean by Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So good.
Stupid.
Yeah, so do we buy the story of the superintendent?
Okay, so I'm super curious what you guys think. I'm on two sides of this. I don't know if people are going to be surprised by some of my opinions here, but so let's start with a question that Brett asked. Do I believe the superintendent? No, I think they thought it wasn't really bullying or harassment. And then later when it was retweeted 30,000 times and they were getting a lot of heat, they were like, no, we meant we couldn't find the guy. We couldn't find the guy, right? And I believe them that they couldn't find the guy, but partly because they didn't try too hard.
Right, yeah.
Well, to be fair, I don't think the original snap was retweeted 30,000 times. It was her
retweet, which is what got them in trouble. Like her saying, "I'm going to make an example out of him."
Okay, I thought you were saying that because it had been so spread, it became hate speech.
No, the original Snapchat was not spread at all, as far as we know, until she started spreading it.
To spread, it's gone so fast.
Right. So, it leads me to be a little conflicted about this story. Like, do you guys think this is bullying?
I think that it's an attempt by a high schooler to fuck with another person. I think it's bullying. I think that it's whatever bad word is out there is what they're going to attach to people. And they don't know. That kid, whoever did it, doesn't know anything about ISIS, but he thinks, oh, ISIS is bad. Look at her head. She looks like a person who would be ISIS, and so they link it. And so I think that it was bullying. I think you're probably right. I think that a superintendent would look at that and then say, you kids with your Snap apps and stuff, and not understand it. But I also think it might be difficult to directly link it back to an actual human flesh bag. Like, you have to take the app and then connect it to a human soul, and that might be hard. Right. I don't think this is the only case of it. I think it might be very difficult to say with certainty that this is that person that did it.
I just don't, 4 months, though, I think is way too long for this to drag on. Maybe they had other stuff going on. Only if other things take 4 months, but even then, I feel like you can get around to something like this. If you can't, the thing is, if you can't find evidence of whose it is, how long does that take?
Minutes.
Yeah, and then you're done, right? Like, oh, shoot, it disappeared. Sad day. Let's move on. Day 2, we're done, right? But, okay, but let's get to the heart of the matter. Look, part of me says, hey, don't call her ISIS. Don't be a dirtbag, right? Like, she probably gets enough, harassment by wearing that outfit. Look, I'm deeply secular, and for example, I come from Turkey, and now women are wearing headscarves more in Turkey. I got to be super honest with you, and this is my bias. It bothers me. It represents something that isn't secular, and so I don't like that it's spreading in Turkey, right? So now here in the U.S., though, we have a totally different context, right? They're the persecuted minority here, whereas it's spreading and they're winning elections in Turkey. They're like the right wing of Turkey. They're like the Republicans of Turkey, right? Yeah. But in the U.S., they're a tiny, tiny minority, and it's super easy to pick on them. Don't call them ISIS. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't be a dick, right? Now, at the same time, he's a high school kid. It's not like he found her and he kept following her around ISIS and put a note in her locker and stuff. He did one stupid Snapchat because I bet you that was among 1,000 stupid Snapchats from that high school in that week, if not that day, right? Yeah. So if I'm her parents, I'm not sure, and easy for me to say, I just told you that I'm a little biased against the headscarf, right? So I'm not a good person to judge here, but I think that I'd be like, hey, hun, let's move on, right? Like, yeah, he's an idiot, whatever. But he also put that emoji that makes me think that he might actually kind of be into you. Yeah. And this is his stupid way
of... Forbidden fruit.
Right. And we're trying to interpret like a dumb like, I'm sorry. I went to college, so I'm smarter than this high school kid. Even by a little bit, just by a little bit. But this, I can unequivocally say this is a stupid high school kid who is still trying to find his comedic voice. And all I have to say is you haven't found it yet, find a better way to do this. Yeah. Perhaps a poop emoji.
Yeah, it's still on the level.
Simple.
It's Dane Cook level, I would say. Yeah. But also I would say, when I say that I think that it is bullying, I don't mean bullying means one thing. There's a huge range of bullying. Right. This isn't the sort of bullying that drives a person to suicide, but they were trying to fuck with them, I believe. And we don't have evidence of other sorts of things like this, certainly. And so we can't say for sure that it exists. But it is entirely possible that she is regularly targeted with this sort of harassment, either on Snapchat or WhatsApp or God knows what other apps. And so spreading this and focusing on this one, because there's visual evidence of it, may be her way of getting across to people that this is something that she experiences in many different small ways.
So one last point. Look, going back to the emoji and how the kid might actually like her. So that's partly why I'm saying, like, I know what the kid did is super wrong and you don't want to feel ostracized. But I used to tease Leanne Lawson all the time. The reason I teased her is because I was totally into her.
Yeah.
Right? So that's also entirely possible. So don't feel like the world's united against you. Look, again, and it's easy for me to say I was a guy, I was relatively strong, and so I liked fighting. And yeah, I mean, did they say stuff about me being from Turkey? Of course. Gobble, gobble, you're going to eat your family during Thanksgiving. Right? I know. I got past it a little bit easier than she is, but so, okay, don't take it too hard. At the same time, I love your fighting spirit.